When I was younger, I loved going to school and playing with my friends. I loved all of my teachers every single year I was in school. But the thing that I really, really wanted to be when I grew up was a teacher. While growing up, my parents encouraged me to be friends with kids of all shapes and sizes. Kids of all needs were in my friend group. And when I became a teacher, I wanted to make sure that all kids felt included in my classroom. My very first year of teaching, I had a student with autism in my classroom. Since then, I have had students in wheelchairs with physical disabilities and also students with hearing loss and speech issues. Being a teacher of a student with special needs is not always easy, and I don't mean because they're difficult, but I mean because others don't accept them. My very first year of teaching, when I had a student with autism, the book Rules by Cynthia Lord came out and was very popular. This book encouraged young autistic students to feel included by telling the story of a young girl who had a boy with autism as her brother, and she would make rules for life for him, such as no toys in the fish tank. When the student with autism in my classroom was ostracized by peers, I encouraged some of my students to read this book. Many of them cried while they read it, realizing exactly what the other student was going through. It was a very powerful lesson for everyone, including the student with autism and me, his teacher. A few years after that, a new book hit the scene about children with special needs, and it was called Out of My Mind by Sharon M. Draper. Out of My Mind is about an 11-year-old girl named Melanie who's confined to a wheelchair. However, she's not like most kids in a wheelchair where she can wheel herself around and participate. She's strapped in the wheelchair, cannot communicate, and has a photographic memory with things that never ever leave her head. Melody spends her whole life keeping every thought she's ever had in her head until she's given a device called a MetaTalker. Once Melody can communicate with everyone, many people realize that she is a genius. Some people, however, can't accept that a child with physical disabilities would have such great mental capacity. Some of the people that have a hard time accepting this are her very own classmates that feel outshined by Melanie's brightness. Throughout the story, which is beautifully crafted by Sharon M. Draper, Melody faces many challenges that every kid faces: making friends, losing friends, caring about what people think of you. But in the end, Melody finds her happiness within herself. Her message is powerful, as are the words by Sharon M. Draper when she said, "Thoughts need words, words need a voice." In this story, she gave Melody a voice, and through telling Melody's story, she was able to give a voice to an entire population of students that we have in our classrooms every day.